afternoon. My name is Aarti Subramaniam. I am a student who is taking the Australian Matriculation course. I am from the February 2021 batch and I am taking a science course. My experiment today is dealing with elastic collision between two objects. The objective of my experiment is to determine whether the momentum is conserved between two trolleys when they engage in an elastic collision. The hypothesis that I have made for my experiment is that when a moving trolley collides with a stationary trolley, it engages in an elastic collision and the momentum is thereby conserved because the momentum is swapped between the moving trolley to the stationary trolley, causing it to move. The apparatus and materials that I will be using for this experiment are two trolleys which are of the same size, 1 meter ruler, a plastic wrap, a masking tape to mark the distance, and two stopwatch which I will be using through my phone. Now, I will be describing the procedure of this experiment. First of all, my wooden table is cleaned of any dirt and is covered with an even length plastic wrap whose width is roughly the size of these two trolleys to ensure that the surface is even and there is little to no friction. Secondly, a meter ruler is what I will use to measure the distance that will roughly be traveled by trolley 2 and trolley 1, and the distance is then marked with a masking tape with proper distance intervals marked along the way. These two trolleys' weights are measured and they are recorded down. The second trolley is to be kept stationary throughout the experiment. Trolley 1 will be made to travel a distance of 30 centimeters to determine the initial velocity of the trolley. This step is repeated 6 times to get an average reading of the initial velocity of trolley 1. Trolley 1 is then made to travel a distance of 50 centimeters to collide with the stationary trolley 2, which is kept at that distance. The time taken for trolley 1 to travel a distance of 50 centimeters is recorded using a stopwatch, and as soon as trolley 2 starts moving, my assistant, who is at the back of the camera, will start the stopwatch and the time taken for trolley 2 to stop. The distance traveled by trolley 2 is also recorded. The impact of trolley 1 on trolley 2 will be observed and the type of collision will be determined. Measuring the initial velocity of trolley 1, trial 1 in 3, 2, 1. Measuring the initial velocity of trolley 1, trial 2, 3, 2, 1. Measuring initial velocity of trolley 1, trial 3, 3, 2, 1. Measuring initial velocity of trolley 1, trial 4, 3, 2, 1. Measuring initial velocity of trolley 1, trial 5, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Measuring initial velocity of trolley 1, final trial, trial 6, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2, trial 1, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2, trial 2, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2, trial 3, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2, trial 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2. Trial 5. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. Trolley 1 colliding with trolley 2. Trial run 6. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. The experiment is then repeated 6 times to get an average reading. The data is collected and is tabulated. A graph is sketched accordingly to observe the pattern of my data findings. With the data that I've collected and the analysis of the data that I made, I have come to the conclusion: when a moving object collides with a stationary object, it engages in an elastic collision, and the momentum that is possessed by the moving object is swapped with the stationary object, causing it to move. In this case, the momentum is conserved between the two objects. Therefore, the hypothesis is accepted. Thank you.